Hey guys, it's Joette with BalloonCoach.com, and today I am trying something new. I am doing my first ever live on YouTube. I've been interviewed many times on YouTube, and I have taught classes for other people, but I've never personally put the go live button on a YouTube. So today I was reviewing some things in my office, answering several questions, and thought, you know what, let me go ahead and go here and answer the question on how to select the right color balloons for your client. I see this question all over the online chats where people are saying, hey, what color is this? What colors did you suggest? And here's the thing, in the balloon industry, now here in 2024, there are more balloon lines than ever. So when you ask somebody, what color is this? It's really hard for them to answer that question specifically because there's so many brands on the market and they all have different names for their colors and they all have a little bit of a variance in how their shades are. So I want to give you a few quick tips to help you confidently help your clients have a color that looks great for their event. Number one, I want you to feel comfortable saying to your client, I am going to select a color that coordinates well with your event. And it's not about giving them the color that is in the photo that they sent you, the exact brand and color. What's more important is to ask them, what decorations have you already purchased for your event? Have they purchased a backdrop that has a logo or a theme on it? And so there's a backdrop that's going to be at that event. You want to see a photo of that so you can coordinate your balloon colors with that actual item that's going to be there, and not some photo that they've gotten online that could have a filter on it, that could be changed digitally, right? You want to be able to confidently say, I'm going to coordinate with your design. So find out what are the other decorations that are going to be at the event. That's number one. Or if they don't have any themed items that are going to actually be there, it's more like flowers or a tablecloth. Maybe they'll have them send you a photo of the tablecloth. But it's still, when you get to that, when you're looking at colors on your computer screen is going to be different than someone else's computer screen. And it's going to be a little bit different than the actual color when you see it in person. So again, don't use the word we're going to be an exact match. Use the word we're going to coordinate with. I've been using this with brides and clients since 21 years ago. So the other thing that I want to share with you that can help you is, like I said, when you look at things online, going to a distributor's website or looking at a color picture online, it's always going to look different than it does in real life. So a couple of the balloon companies that are sponsors for Balloon Boss Summit actually have these wonderful color charts. So I want to say thank you to our new sponsor for Balloon Boss Summit 2024, Decomex, being provided by Bargain Balloons. They are going to be the sponsor this year for one of our wonderful instructors, Bill Allen from Texas, who talks about dealerships and repeat corporate clients. So this is their loaded chart. And so when you open it up, you can see the actual colors of the balloons. And as we know, the balloons look different when we actually inflate them from what they are when they're like this. So you can take this off the chart really easily. You can inflate it. We typically using a hand pump is best. And then you can have that color that you can take a picture of. If your client is using it outside in the direct sun, that's going to look different than if you do it indoors. So oftentimes people will take these color charts and then they'll take a picture of it inside or outside so you can see the difference in the colors. So by having these loaded charts, it's really helpful for you when you're trying to decide between a couple of colors that you can look it up. And so get the color chart from the brand that you like. Another one of our sponsors this year for Balloon Boss Summit for 2024 is our friends at Sempertex and Vitalic USA. And so their color chart is a little bit more compact. It's just the 5-inch balloons. Sorry. There we go. 5-inch balloons. All right. So it's a little more compact. But again, you can take the colors out, inflate them with a hand pump, and decide what color is best for you. I know several of the other brands offer these loaded charts too. These are just the two most recent that I have received. So again, thank you, Simpertex and Metallic, for sponsoring at Balloon Boss Summit 2024. Stephanie Cofield, who has a retail shop in New Jersey, and for sponsoring Tabitha Miller from Louisiana, who has a warehouse that she bought on purchased new property after coming to Summit to run her business. So I'm excited to have both of them being able to work with the colors from Simpertex. So confidence is number one. All right. You get to choose what brands you work with by going to hands-on events like coming to Balloon Boss Summit or visiting me on our summer meetups tour or going to some of the other trainings that the different distributors and manufacturers provide throughout the world. Go to those hands-on events and actually get to physically work with the balloons, see the colors in person. That's going to help you also confidently tell people what color you're going to use. And then when you pick the brands that either you can get easily from your distributor or the colors that you like the best, sometimes people are like, oh, I like this color from this brand and this color from this brand, but our main brand is the other one. So you get to choose as a professional balloon decorator how to be profitable. And one of the ways to be profitable is to not feel like you have to stock every single color and every single brand. Find the brand that you like working with best or the colors that you like best. And then that's your inventory. And it's okay to tell your client, I've got this color or this color. Which one do you prefer? Versus feeling like you have to give them 100 different options because it is impossible to stock everything in every color. All right. So stand up for yourself as a business that wants to be profitable and limit your menu. It's just like when you go to Chick-fil-A for lunch, you can order a chicken sandwich, not a hamburger. When you go to McDonald's, they have a certain select menu that you can order from. You can't go there to get a steak. You can get a burger, you can get a fish sandwich, but you can't get a steak. So it's okay to set your limits because if you try to carry everything and please every single person in the world, you're never going to make that happen. The other thing is in the world of double stuffing, there are ways to put a balloon inside of a balloon to make a custom color. And there are some balloon companies that is their trademark. That's their thing. They love doing that. But don't feel like you have to do that. I know companies that do over $100,000 a year, $500,000 a year, and over $1 million a year in sales and never double stuff a balloon. So I want to make sure that as you are in the balloon industry and growing your thriving business, that you learn to do these tips and tricks to be able to stay profitable and to service your clients' needs. So again, just a couple last minute tips that I want to share with you about when your client sends you an inspiration picture and says, I want this design. Number one, don't feel like that means you have to go out and find what that exact color is and brand in that picture because it's probably been altered in some way that it's not that you're not going to get that exact same color, even if you find out what it is. And like if you now are doing an indoor event, but that picture was taken outdoors in full sun, your client may think you're even using a different color, even if it's the exact match from that brand that was used in the picture. And again, all of these things is something we learn over time that our balloons do look different indoors and outdoors. The lighting, even inside of a room, during parts of the day, the sunlight comes in, and then other times of the day, it's dark in the room, you're not getting extra sun, and then you just have the overhead lighting. So there's so many things that play a factor. Be confident in knowing that you're providing them with a beautiful balloon that's going to coordinate with their event rather than be an exact match. It's all in the wording. And then you stand behind the brands that you feel most comfortable with. Take those balloons that you learn at classes or that you see online and inflate them, put them outside and see what they look like in the outdoors. See what they look like inside of your home or your studio. And over time, you will have that increased knowledge of what everything is. And then the last thing that I want to share with you is if you would like extra help and support, that maybe you've made that decision, you think something's right, but you still want somebody to check it out for you. If you choose to go to BalloonCoach.com and click on Join Us in Mastermind, we have an ongoing group training that you can go into our group and ask those questions, and other members can share with you what they think the color might be based on what they were currently creating where they're at. But again, there are so many new manufacturers in the balloon industry now that it is often hard to say with 100% certainty what something is, unless it's the person who actually inflated the balloons. And sometimes they might not even remember. They're like, hey, I grabbed whatever was in the yellow family on the storage, and that's what I inflated. So guys, I'm Joette with BalloonCoach.com. When your clients ask you to match a color, these are a couple of ways that you can handle the situation. I hope this is helpful for you. If there's other things that you would like to learn about, email me at joette@BalloonCoach.com, and I'd be glad to share other tips and tricks with you. And you will also find that we have lots of great videos here on my YouTube channel that talks about increasing your confidence, shares you some of the behind the scenes things that we do on our Balloon Boss Mastermind program. I've had many different speakers talk about search engine optimization, websites, and being able to help you run a successful business. And then if you would like more in-depth training and support, that's where you either come to our Balloon Boss Mastermind program or catch us at Balloon Boss Summit in Orlando in November, where you can touch a lot of different balloons from a lot of manufacturers. All those details are at BalloonCoach.com. Do one thing today your future self will thank you for. Take action and thrive. Thanks for watching this video.